This is Evelyn with Magellan College Counseling, and I'm here today to introduce you to a counselor on our team. His name is Chuck Liddiard. He is new to Magellan, but he is not new to college counseling. So, Chuck, thank you. Welcome to the team, and thank you for chatting with me today.
Thanks so much, Evelyn. I'm really excited to be a part of the team.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about your background and how you have arrived at helping high school students with their college search.
Sure. Well, when I was in college, my dream was to be a high school history teacher. And life brought us out to Long Beach, California from the East Coast. And I was not quite yet fully credentialed as a teacher. And I was asked by my alma mater, VCU in Richmond, Virginia, to serve as a West Coast admissions counselor. And I had no idea what that meant. And when I started learning more about the side of college admissions, I really found a new way to give back to young people through helping them through a very exciting but stressful time in their life when they're deciding what's next after high school. After that, I was fortunate to move on to kind of a larger role with the University of Delaware, based in Southern California, but I worked with students from pretty much west of the Mississippi, all along the coast of the West Coast, and I did that for 8 years. I never, it always was a part of me to desire to work more one-on-one with students, and that's the downside of college admissions, is you see students at incremental parts on their journey. And the teacher in me, the old basketball coach in me, wanted to always get back and to kind of be a larger part of young people's lives. So for the past year, I've been at Rolling Hills Prep and Renaissance Schools in San Pedro, California as a college counselor. And I really enjoyed the students I've been working with, but I'm also excited too with my new adventure here with Magellan College Counseling.
So parents sometimes ask me if we have counselors on our team who have that admissions side experience, who have worked in a college. What do you think that experience, how do you think that experience helped you as you made that transition to now working, like you said, more one-on-one with students on their college applications?
Sure. I think a lot of times people feel there's a magic formula to check off. I have to check all these boxes in my middle school and high school years to get into a good school. And I think the definition of quote unquote what a good school is up for interpretation. And it really just determines what is, very shortly, the best academic, social, and financial fit for the student, the family.
Absolutely.
And there's many options out there. And I think that my time on the college side and also interacting with other colleagues that have a different institution they represented, is they really just honestly want to get to know the student uniquely, what makes them tick, their interests, academics, their passions. And also, it's okay if it's multiple things, if they're looking for the next part of their journey post high school, just to go and learn more about themselves. So I always thought that that kind of helped me, because I always communicate that in my message to students and families and counselors, that we really just want to get to know you. And I think a lot of students really took advantage of that, and it helped ease some of the stress of applying to college when they know that they could just be themselves.
Absolutely. So, as you've made the transition away from the college side and into the student, more student-centered side, what has been your favorite part of working through this process with kids, and what kind of students do you really like to work with?
I like working with students because they provide a lot of energy. I love hearing, and it keeps me a little bit young too. I feel like I'm really good with technology because I'm learning a lot from young people. And so I'm really excited when students come in and you could tell they're 100% passionate about a certain subject. They poured in hours of their own time in research and reading, and they know exactly what they want to do, and they know the strategy or the handful of places to go. But honestly, I also like the students who like multiple things, because that resonated to me. I have a lot of interests, and I think that led to me changing my major a few times in college. And I didn't have a strong relationship with my college counselor in high school. And I think if I did, and I gave some more time and thought about some of my strengths and how they might relate to a major or perhaps a profession, or just what's next for me, what I enjoyed doing a little bit more in high school and even in college, that I felt that I would have enjoyed my experience a little bit more. So I really like working and meeting students who are passionate about things, but also students who are unsure and are willing to say, look, I need some more time. I'm looking forward to college to determine that for myself. But then we get to talk and get to know each other and find out what are things uh, that really get them excited about life, about academics, about, how they would love to spend their time if, if they had unlimited time just researching or studying a certain subject, or, getting lost in an activity. So I think from there, we can pinpoint what's important for that next journey into college, and in crafting a good college list, and then also putting them in environments where they're going to succeed.
Yep, which is, we always say to parents, we want the exact same thing you want. We want them to be happy and successful.
Very
Okay.
nice. Yeah.
I love the multi-interested specialty for you, because I think so many students, they're 17, 18 years old. They don't know what they want to do with the rest of their lives.
No.
And,
Okay.
the job or the career that they may pursue may not even exist right now, right? Things are changing so fast. So, in our parent age mind, and your kids are a little younger, but you have to choose a major and you have to pick a school based on ranking and blah blah blah. And it's different today. And so I think your experience really helps families navigate what college admissions looks like today versus what it looked like when they applied 20, 30 years ago.
I agree, and just kind of knowing how colleges evaluate the application. But then also recently, just I've been in the everyday nuances of a school, so I understand, how much other things besides applying to college is going on in these young people's lives and stuff. So I can certainly relate to them, hopefully on multiple ends of life.
And VCU is a little bit of in my book, it's a hidden gem. A lot of, I'm in California, you're in California. A lot of California people don't know VCU. So give us a minute on VCU.
Yeah, VCU is next to George Mason, one of the largest public schools in Virginia. Yep. It's in the heart of downtown Richmond.
It's super urban.
It's a very urban campus. So it doesn't, they've been working on it the last 5 years of bringing more sense of a culture of a centralized place, but you could honestly have 5 buildings on this historic kind of colonial street, Franklin Street, that have to do with academic buildings and professors' homes. But then you might have a couple of residential homes, and then I like the fact that they do a lot of majors well. They're one of the top forensics programs in the nation.
Oh, interesting.
Anesthesiology, very big. They also have the partnership with the Medical College of Virginia. It's a part of VCU. Nice. It's a mile and a half downtown.
Oh, wow.
Engineering and business buildings. But my wife did her grad program at the VCU Brand Center. It's the #1 program in the world for advertising. So business too, but also sorry, I get enthusiastic about it. Really good for political science. They're close to DC, close to in the capital. So.
And I see VCU is really good for art. When I visited, I found it incredibly artistic, and that it's for that kid who really wants that urban, lifestyle, and that's so inspiring for an artistic student. I see it as very, very similar to NYU, to be honest with you.
I agree.
And we're talking in code, by the way. So VCU is Virginia Commonwealth University.
And when I worked for VCU, almost every question, probably 8 out of 10, was about the art school, because it is still the #1 public art school in the nation, but they had their own admission department for their art school. So even though I could answer general questions, I never evaluated, nor do I think students want me to evaluate the art. But I lived next door to the VCU art building. I shared a roof with them on one of my
interesting
apartments. It's a really artistic place too.
Yeah. And so this is what I consider the magic of our job, is knowing about all those hidden gems that are out there, that this is what we do. It's all we think about. And we travel and we visit and we talk to other admission officers. And that's how we can, help kids build a list, because we know more schools than they know. They know the 20 that they know, or the 50 that they know, and we know a whole bunch more. So that's kind of what makes our job fun.
Absolutely. I mean, anytime we usually leave Southern California, I'm looking to see if there's perhaps a college that I might be able to, even for an hour, step on, maybe take a self-guided tour if I don't have enough time.
Yep. Fabulous. All right. Well, thanks for chatting with me. Hopefully this will give people a feel for what it's like to work with you, Chuck. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Evelyn. Appreciate it.